Hey guys, welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. Anthony here. I hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. It is never a dull and boring moment in crypto, finance, or the stock market. That is why I love doing daily market updates. Now, we are live. It is 7:27 p.m. here in Melbourne. I hope you're all doing well. I do have my espresso here. I quite like doing these live streams now. It's just easier for me to get in touch with all of you and speak to my audience, which is amazing. Let me know where you're watching from around the world. I do see the comments in the live chat. Welcome Vahid from the Netherlands. We've got Christopher Holloway from London, which is amazing. Thank you. How is the UK going at the moment? Welcome Gustavo, good morning. We'll wait for a few more people to come into the live stream. There's a lot going on in crypto at the moment, as everyone can see on the news and of course on X. So we're going to go through that. Welcome Lino, lovely XRP buy at $2.70. Yes, I agree. We've got Colombia in the house. How good is that? Colombia, I've never been before, but I'm definitely keen to head over there. Welcome Ryan from Frankston, Victoria. We've got Florids in the house. Welcome Mario. Let me know if you can hear me well enough. We've got Thailand in the house. Welcome Brad. South Africa in the house. Welcome Mike. Another place I would like to visit one day, South Africa, that is for sure. The Serengeti would be absolutely stunning. XRP, let's go. Yes, I do have my espresso here, ladies and gents. How is everyone going? Is everyone stacking their bags whilst there is a bit of downtime in the markets? Let me know in the live chat what you guys are actually buying up. I'm going big on XRP, and I should say that whales are going quite big into XRP, that is for sure. Anyway, we've got Perth in the house. Welcome, Grant. We've got everyone from around the world, which is amazing. Loving the live chats, Ant. Yes. I love doing the live streaming because, again, it just proves that I'm real. And it's really cool to speak to everybody. So, by the way, if you have any questions for me, let me know in the live chat. And I will get to those. I'll just fix the camera right here. Right, so let's get into it, ladies and gents. Welcome to the live stream. I've been doing these quite a bit lately, which is good, and I've had quite a number of computer issues over the last, few times that I've done these. It's been an absolute disaster. But anyway, massive shout out and thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you are new, make sure you smash the subscribe button down there. Turn on that little bell notification as well, because as you can see right here, I absolutely love documenting my journey with investing with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom, and of course my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along this incredible journey. It's been absolutely insane so far. Also, if you can give this live stream a thumbs up, watch it straight through, would really help me push this channel out to a lot more people, because the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic when you find, ladies and gentlemen, do that. All right, so make sure you give it a thumbs up, guys. It is down there. Thank you very much. You rock. Also, a little disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff. I don't want to see anyone get financially hurt. That is why my number one golden rule is I only invest what I can afford to lose. And yes, we don't like to lose. You can lose money like that in the blink of an eye in crypto and of course any other investment. So please be careful. This live stream is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a few more people in the house. Andreas, we've got Poland, which is amazing. Buying XRP at the moment. That's incredible. Welcome, Charles, as well to the live stream. Again, let me know wherever you're watching around the world. It's really cool when you speak to people from across the globe at the same time. It doesn't happen really anywhere else in the world. So it's pretty incredible. So anyway, let's get into the prices today on CoinMarketCap. It is the 9th of October 2025. We're at neutral on the Fear and Greed Index. We're sitting at $417 trillion. And the volume sitting at 187.3 billion, which is insanely, you know, there's so much to go in this space. People can't even see it because they just choose not to believe it. Let me know in the live chat if you believe that Bitcoin will match the market cap of gold, which is, you know, $25 trillion or whatever it is today. I haven't checked, but gold's going parabolic at the moment, and there are literally people lining up out front of gold suppliers. You know, Perth Mint here in Australia, I believe on the news there were people waiting outside to accumulate gold. So I just keep commenting though on like the news, you know, like News Corp or The Age, buy Bitcoin. So it's unbelievable. Welcome Jake from Melbourne. We've got New Zealand in the house. Welcome Josh. And Gippsland, awesome, very, very cool. Anyway, let me know what you think about that, because I do believe it's going to happen. It is inevitable. There's a supply shock incoming, and Arthur Hayes did put out a pretty incredible article, I should say, as well. Now, ETF inflows on the 8th of October, last night of Wall Street market open. These guys are going big, you know, all week, so to speak. There was $509 million in inflows, which is wild to see that. Again, we've had literally $5 billion in Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, which is incredible. If you had a look on the 7th of October, we had $1.29 billion in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Last night's market open, we had $69 million in Ethereum and $440.7 million in Bitcoin. So I'm very curious to see what happens with, you know, the gosh, the 16 XRP ETFs that the SEC is yet to approve. It's going to be fascinating what happens with that. Coming over to my watch list, and I do share this quite a bit in the Wall Street Bull University. I've just been incredibly busy at the office. Now, if I come down here, Bitcoin's currently trading at 121,000 US dollars today, which is nice. Around about 182, I believe. I'll show you guys the Australian prices. Ethereum's at 4,354. XRP's $2.79. Solana's sitting at 221 USD. Did anyone actually buy Solana when it collapsed with FTX? Let me know in the live chat. Dogecoin is at 24 cents. Tron, 33 cents. Cardano, ADA sitting at 80 cents right here. Chainlink, $21. We have Sui also $3.39. Stellar sitting at 37 cents. Hedera's at 21 cents. Litecoin $116. Polkadot sitting at $4. VeChain is an absolute pain in the backside. This thing has done nothing for like nearly 3.5 years. We have XDC, which again is incredibly undervalued. Let me know if you're holding XDC, sitting at 7 cents, and Quant is at 102. And we're all in the red at the moment, so this is an ideal time to start up your Octobots, I should say. It's not financial advice, but a nice thing to get in when the market has dipped. So again, that's the prices today. And the top gainers in the last 24 hours in my portfolio, Kaon, I have no idea what this is or where it's positioned in my portfolio or how it ended up on my list. Loopring is one that I've been holding for years. Solargenic, I'm bullish on Solargenic. Nexra, Sia Coin, Meta Heroes up 0.19%, and Litecoin as well. So they're the top gainers in my crypto portfolio today, being the 9th of October. Coming over to EarnCurve, my spot crypto exchange. Yes, it is growing. I believe sitting at 664 registered users. There's a lot of you that are using the bots at the moment with EarnCurve, which is great, and Octobot. If you haven't done so, please go register an account on EarnCurve. It is earncurveinvest.com. You can click register if you haven't done so. Upload your documents to KYC and you will get a 10% discount on your trading fees, which is insane. Now, again, just to show, wow, the bots are working right there. Wow, that is loud. As you can see, the bots are trading for me. Now, the fees and limits, just to show everyone, literally the cheapest maker trading fees and the taker trading fees, I believe anyway, on the planet, sitting at 0.1% for maker trading fees and 0.3% for taker trading fees. Now, again, if you're not KYC, that's going to be 0.5 and 0.5, which is fair. I want to keep this, of course, around for a very long time and, you know, keep it legitimate. So please KYC, because that's coming into compliance. want to make sure there's no shady characters on the exchange. But anyway, just to show everyone, I've got 1,382 USD in my own account trading on EarnCurve, and the bots are working as you heard before. Scared the living shit out of me, to be honest with you. Let's go to Bitcoin. So you guys can see how it all operates. I do have my Bitcoin bot working for me. Here are all the limit orders in the exchange. And you can see down here, if you scroll down here, there's been a lot of trading going on today. We've had buying, selling. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades on Bitcoin today in the amount of 3.66 USD on average, because again, that's what I've got allocated to the bot, but you can allocate as much as you want. But you don't have to do anything other than set them up and let them trade for you with whatever capital you'd like to invest in it. So the minimum, I believe, is about 100. We'll have a look in a second. And of course, I've got one running on Ethereum, which again, this thing's going to go parabolic based on what I've been reading and hearing from Wall Street, so to speak. As you can see, there's been quite a number as well. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trades. The majority of that is buying. So when it dips, it buys, and when it goes up, of course, it sells. That's how it works. And as you can see here, the order book, there's 28 open orders on Ethereum, and it works on a grid strategy. So if you can see on this screen, obviously there's a grid here. Bit hard on the camera, but you can see the grid. So obviously it's dipped down today, and of course when the market dips, it buys, and when it goes up, it sells. That's how it works. So basically up, down, up, down, up, down, and obviously it's trailing up as well, meaning you're going to capture those profits. Now I did set up an interesting one though, which a friend of mine told me about this, and it's trading literally Ethereum against Bitcoin. Which I hadn't tried before with previous software and other exchanges, and obviously I didn't have my own then. But trading Ethereum with Bitcoin is a really interesting strategy. It allows you to accumulate obviously more of Ethereum and more Bitcoin automatically. So those positions in Bitcoin and Ethereum, there is a trading pair on EarnCurve for that, and as you can see, it's bought a lot today. Like, it's crazy how many. I haven't even checked this stuff. It's been so busy. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 trades on Ethereum and Bitcoin. So let me know if you've ever done this strategy before. I'm curious because I've set up a bot, and I've actually linked it in the community tab. If you come over to YouTube, I've put the link to this strategy, which I'm bullish on as anything. So here it is here. Yesterday I put that up. So you click that link, and you can obviously trade that once you've got all your account on EarnCurve and of course Octobot set up. All right, so go try it out. Have a look, because I'm running it at the moment. I think it's great if you're trading, the top two assets, so to speak, between each other. Why not? It's like two David and Goliath, so to speak. However, I do believe that XRP will be king, and that's just my opinion. There's just a lot going on with that. So I've got that one, of course, running. I do have my XRP Navigator bot running, also trailing up, and that is an absolute given. So as you can see down here, it's made one trade today because XRP has been quite flat, and I think there's great time to essentially dollar cost average it to XRP. That's just my opinion though. And as you can see right here, we're sitting at one trade for the day, and there are 32 orders in the book for. There we go. It's just made a limit order on Ethereum as we speak. That's what the clicks are. It's pretty cool. It's hilarious when these things go off. It scares living daylights just out of nowhere. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. I do have one that's going incredibly well on BNB, because BNB is going nuts at the moment. And let me know if you're trading BNB. If not, go check it out. As you can see, there's been a lot of trading, like ridiculous. There's got to be at least 30 trades here on BNB alone, buying and selling today. So it's moving up, obviously, and it's trailing up, I should say, as well. So there you go. Really, really nice to see that. What's the highest price we have here? Let's just have a look. 1,351. There you go. So again, it's trailing up. You're going to capture that. Now, again, just to show you guys Octobot, so I'm zoomed out. Let's have a look here and scroll up to the first bot. So we've got my BNB grid bot, which again is working nicely, 5.29%. It's had in return so far. I've got 80 USDT in that, which is nice. And it's monitoring it with artificial intelligence. My Solana one's down. I'm not worried about that. The Ethereum one, bit flat. Not worried about either. I'm just going to let them sit there because you don't have to touch these. My Litecoin one is up 1.51%. The Stellar bot is up 0.4% as well. The Dogecoin bot, there you go, it's trading for me. You can hear the noise. 0.93. The Bitcoin one's up 1.12. Now again, keeping in mind that I did start these bots on the 15th of September when I ran, when we launched the multi-bot. So I did restart, I should say, the XRP Navigator bot, just to let everyone know, a couple of days ago. So I'm just going to let that do its thing. Prior to the update, though, with the multi-bots, with EarnCurve and Octobot, my XRP bot was up 20% in like 2 months. So there you go. Anyway, go register on EarnCurve, guys. Go sign up. If you have any questions, let me know. Just email me here. I did put out a bomb email today, which is great. And of course, if you want to know how to set everything up, I do have a video on my channel. Scroll down to my videos and go to Multibots Live. So go check that out. You'll be able to check that out. Now, let's have a look quickly at the questions here. Been watching you for years. Thanks, LG. Appreciate it. Litecoin is done since Charles Ali dumped all his Litecoin. I'm still bullish on Litecoin. There's still ETFs. Thank you, Mario Spinner, for the tip. That's incredible. Thank you so much. I'll give you a like on that one. That's awesome. Sean, when are the ETF final dates again? We're going to get into that. There's next week. So I believe it's the 18th of October. The SEC has to make a decision on the first batch of XRP ETFs. We'll get into that. LG, your tax man, has a big job. Yes, he does. He has a massive job. Moving on. Now, this is what I found fascinating, but when you think about it, they're getting in before retail. I guess they're trying to get in like retail's doing, so to speak, with XRP. It's going to happen. And XRP stabilizes around the $2.86 level. Institutions quietly amass over $928 million in dedicated wallets, with 6 XRP ETF applications pending the SEC approval between October 18th, there you go, and 25th. Wall Street anticipates a potential catalyst that may reshape Ripple's token trajectory right here, which again is crazy. While institutional investors make their moves, retail markets participants remain cautious. So the institutions are buying up before the ETFs because they would like to get in on the hype of the ETFs being launched, and they're guaranteed to get launched. There's no doubt in my mind they're going to be launched. I mean, Paul Atkins at the SEC's, definitely going to be approving these, and all eyes are currently on the October 18th and 25 window. The SEC must rule on 6 spot XRP applications filed by heavyweight asset managers, Grayscale, 21 shares, Bitwise, WisdomTree, and Canary Capital. So they're the first batch, and even a partial approval could trigger massive inflows into the XRP ecosystem. This mirrors the early days of Bitcoin ETFs, which I remember was approved to the demise of Gary Gensler. He hated crypto. I don't know what. You know what blows my mind? He hated crypto, but yet he was teaching cryptography at MIT, which is crazy. So big things are coming in, and big institutional capital's coming in. Then we've got GraniteShares has taken an additional step by filing a leveraged ETF, offering a 3x long and 3x short exposure to XRP, which again is quite significant. 3x leverage is quite a bit. The structure formally places Ripple token in the same category as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. And the only crypto assets currently benefiting from such regulated derivative products in the United States, which is amazing. And legal expert Bill Morgan, who's a legend by the way, emphasizes that these leveraged ETFs represent the next logical step in the XRP market maturation, which is bullish. Some managers are also exploring innovative yield-generating ETF structures based on covered call strategies. These products aim to attract traditional investors seeking revenue-generating crypto exposure, a market segment largely untapped in the altcoin universe. That would be incredible if there was revenue-generating crypto exposure, because at this point in time, you can't generate a yield or like a dividend or any income, so to speak, unless you're holding and selling at the top. So what I suspect is going to be happening is that these institutions will come into this space. We're going to see the hype over the next 2 to 3 years. There will be ETF strategies like covered call strategies where you're not essentially holding the asset, but it's the price trading again in the market, so to speak, and you're going to be earning a yield off that. So that's pretty cool. That's going to be amazing. And of course we have all of these hashtags: Franklin Templeton, Volatility Shares, Coin Shares, Grayscale, Pro Shares, WisdomTree, 21 Shares, Canary Capital, and Bitwise. And there's going to be a lot more. There's definitely going to be a lot more on that. So it's very exciting. But $928 million in dedicated wallets. They're buying it up big. Whales are buying it up big. Look at this. And they've added $1.1 billion, signaling strong confidence ahead of the potential ETF developments. An XRP approval could serve as the key catalyst for a rally beyond $3.30, rising 60 to 85%. What do you think? Let me know in the live chat. Welcome, Taz. Oh, this is live. Hello from the mid-morning in the UK. Welcome. Welcome. Now, again, Wall Street is definitely going to be buying up big into the XRP cryptocurrency. There's no doubt about that. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're just doing that now, obviously because of the impending approvals that are coming. So it's going to be awesome. We've got Ripple, just the actual company behind XRP. Ripple just shifted $55.9 million in XRP. Liquidity showdown hits boiling point. A Ripple wallet has shifted $55.9 million in XRP as a high-stakes liquidity battle takes the center stage. Massive on-chain transaction has caught the crypto community's attention again for this transaction, which was moved from a Ripple wallet to a Ripple-linked address according to data flagged by Whale Alert, which is nice. And the transfer, first highlighted by renowned market expert Zafe Crypto, has sparked intense speculation about Ripple's next move amid the growing market anticipation. I think it's incredible. We see this all the time. And the transfer involved more than 18.7 million XRP tokens, reigniting debates about Ripple's liquidity management strategies and potential preparations for significant corporate or market developments. While the internal transfers between Ripple-controlled wallets are not uncommon, the timing and the scale of the transaction have raised eyebrows, especially XRP's price continues to consolidate within the critical technical range. I'm not worried about that whatsoever. Bitcoin faces historic supply crunch as institutional buying accelerates. Again, I will go back to this because it's crazy to see how much they're actually buying. Like in the last week alone, $1 billion, $500 million, $700 million, $900 million, $1.2 billion on the 3rd. That's, you can go look for it yourself. $1.3 billion on the 6th, $1.2 billion on the 7th, and last night $500 million. They're buying it up big. So there will be definitely a supply shock, 100%. Wall Street's fascination with Bitcoin has turned into an unstoppable liquidity wave. Spot ETFs are now pulling in $5 to $10 billion every quarter, creating a level of sustained demand in the crypto market has never seen before. 100%. Unlike the boom and bust cycles that once defined Bitcoin, this surge is being fueled by large institutions moving capital through regulated investment in vehicles. The trend, according to Bitwise CTO Hong Kim, has become a permanent feature of the market. These inflows arrive like clockwork, you see, calling it an institutional revolution that have no halving cycle can break. The growing appetite for pension funds, hedge funds, and asset managers has quietly transformed Bitcoin's role in finance. What began as a speculative asset is now being treated as a strategic holding. with the total crypto fund asset crossing $250 billion, which is wild. And in practice, ETFs have become the main gateway for professional money, which is the truth. They bring regulatory oversight, transparent pricing, and predictable inflows, all ingredients for long-term stability in the crypto markets historically lacked. Which again is true, because Arthur Hayes, leading into this article, and he's absolutely right. I've been saying this for a long time, and I hope everyone's paying attention to this. But the Bitcoin crash is off the table, as the 4-year cycle is dead, meaning there's not going to be, another. I guess I've been saying this as well, but there's not going to be a cycle, a halving cycle, and we're not going to see bull markets and bear Yes, we're going to get bear markets in all markets, but the crypto sector as well. Every 4 years there was a cycle. That's not going to be there anymore. It's just not. And I agree with Arthur Hayes on this. I really do. So Bitcoin is unlikely to enter a bear market in the coming months, as supportive monetary conditions are expected to prevail, effectively rendering the traditional 4-year halving cycle obsolete, according to Arthur Hayes. I agree. It is easily titled right, Long Live the King, published by Thursday. Arthur Hayes argued that the primary catalyst behind the previous Bitcoin bear markets, 2014, 2018, and 2022, was the monetary tightening right here in major economies, not the 4-year halving cycle. And on each of these occasions, Bitcoin price plunged by 70 to 80% from its bull market peak. I don't think we're going to have that this time around. It's very different. And again, in 2023, explaining that Bitcoin's 4-year bull and bear cycle centered around the mining reward halvings is actually tied to the fluctuations in fiat supply and liquidity rather than the halving events alone. As the 4-year anniversary of this cycle is upon us, traders wish to apply the historical pattern and forecast at the end of this bull run. Hayes wrote, explaining that the 4-year cycle is dead and that the impending fiat liquidity deluge will keep the bull market going. The halving cycle, listen to this. Halving cycles refer to the programming reduction in peer block BTC emission every 4 years. Since its inception in 2009, Bitcoin has typically followed a roughly 4-year cycle categorized by a bull run leading up to the following quadrennial reward halving, followed by an intense bear market that usually begins 16 to 18 months after that halving event. The most recent 4th Bitcoin halving occurred in April 2024. Hence, some market participants may be concerned that Bitcoin's uptrend will soon peak, potentially paving the way for a year-long bear market. This time it's different. The ongoing bull market is likely to continue, invalidating the 4-year cycle because monetary conditions are expected to remain accommodative, with the money supply growth likely to accelerate rather than contract. The US government and its central bank are already in an easing mode, and Japan could soon join the fray, as the new PM is a big believer in ultra-stimulatory abnomic strategy. And again, we have the newly elected President Donald Trump, who, without any of him being so bullish on crypto assets, none of this would have happened, but of course wants to run the economy hot. He routinely speaks about America growing in order to reduce its debt load. Hayes noted Trump also speaks about lowering the cost of housing to release trillions of dollars of trapped home equity because of rapid rise in housing prices post-2008. And I would honestly love if someone did that here in Australia. That is for sure, because the housing costs are just going stupid at the moment. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so what do you think? Let me know in the live chat, because I honestly believe that we're going to see an extended bull market. There's no doubt about that, especially with the 100 ETFs coming very, very soon. And Ethereum, again, I do hold it. I am trading it on EarnCurve. You can do that as well. But it becomes BlackRock's new focus amid the institutional shift, which is interesting. And they're basically doing this. They're shifting focus towards Ethereum as the institutional adoption surges, driving decentralized finance or DeFi growth, tokenization, and blockchain innovation worldwide. Swift, Solana, and Bitcoin gain institutional backing as ETF fuel crypto market expansion, signaling a new era in blockchain-powered finance. I think what is happening now with regards to blockchain is it's going to be tokenizing US equities, like the stocks, bonds, commodities, treasuries, all of that. It's going to be tokenized on the blockchain. That's the real power of this. It's going to be insane to be able to trade stocks 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, coming over to X, thank you to those 9,048 people that follow me on X. I really appreciate it. If you're not following me on X, go follow me now. Coming down here, we have Eric Balchunas, and I will get to your questions, so make sure you put up your questions in there. We'll have a chat about them. We have IBIT, which is BlackRock, number one in weekly flows among all ETFs, $3.5 billion, which is 10% of all net flows into exchange-traded funds. As notable as the rest of the 11 OG spot Bitcoin ETFs all took in cash in the past week. GBTC, somehow that's hungry. The fish are, I don't know what he's talking about there, but two steps forward mode. Enjoy while it lasts. Anyway, I don't know what he's trying to say there. Ripple's legal win unlocked the next chapter for, of course, XRP. I think it hasn't even been a legal win. It's just the new president coming in and basically getting rid of the old administration. My bots are going crazy at the moment. Let's just have a look here. Anyway, they're trading for me flat out. Have a listen to Michael Saylor, because this is wild. He's saying that he was making at one point $500 million a day. Listen to this. Let me just play this.
You know, over the last
Hang on a second.
2 weeks, Andrew, we generated $5.4 billion in BTC gains. We're making $500 million a day. I'm staring at my screen, and we're selling dollar bills for $3, sometimes a million times a minute. And so it's not impossible. I mean, we may very well be the most profitable company in the United States, growing the fastest right now, because there's not many companies that are making $500 million a day doing what they're doing. And so if you don't like Bitcoin, you don't want any piece of it. But if you like Bitcoin, then this is a monster for you.
What would you do with $500 million a day? That's just wild. That is wild. Let me know in the live chat what you'd do with that. Again, bullish chart. Thank you, Gordon, for this one. More juice than XRP, beyond bullish. This is definitely impending bull market territory right here. Come on, look at that consolidation. It's been trading sideways since when? Let's have a look here. The 16th, I believe that's 16th of August. There you go. It's been trading sideways, guys. So it's very, very bullish, definitely. Have a listen to this. There's no way that Bitcoin is mathematically guaranteed. Bitcoin is mathematically guaranteed to go higher. Listen to Max Kaiser on this, guys. Listen to this.
Yeah, money is increasing by 15% on average globally, and in the U.S., that's approximately the rate at which it's increasing. That means every single year your purchasing power decreases by 15%. With Bitcoin, because it's a finite supply of 21 million Bitcoin, and that's never going to be any more Bitcoin, your purchasing power goes up relative to everything else that's being increased in supply, whether that's fiat money. Even gold is increased in supply every single year. Housing, obviously, fine art, etc. All other stores of value have a problem that as demand goes up, so does supply. Bitcoin is the only asset or commodity in the history of humanity that as demand goes up, supply stays fixed at 21 million, and therefore the only thing in between that is price and price discovery, and that's what we're seeing right now. And the projection of a price of Bitcoin heading into the millions of dollars per Bitcoin is now accepted on Wall Street by the biggest players on Wall Street. Some of the biggest companies in America, like MicroStrategy, have a $13 million per Bitcoin projection in the next cycle. So if the price is really almost, you could say, mathematically guaranteed to go higher, because the value of fiat money is mathematically guaranteed to go to zero against Bitcoin.
He's got a very good point there. Pay attention to that. This is an interesting photograph. I've seen this for a very long time on X, I should say. I mean, we have Christine Lagarde, the International Monetary Fund. There's some big players in this photograph. Of course, we've got Brad Garlinghouse sitting right there. As you can see, we have Head of FinTech Office, Bank of Indonesia, Ross Lacow, the International Monetary Fund. We have Executive Americas and Global Head of Securities at SWIFT. Ravi Menon right here, Director of Mars. What else have we got here? Let me have a look. We've got Bradley Wiskirchen right here, CEO of Count. Nasir from Zumbaria, CEO of Luxembourg House of Financial Technology. There's some big players right here. We've got Stephanie Magnus I don't even know where that's from. Jesse Chang, the International Monetary FinTech Council, used to work for Ripple. There you go. Pat, what else we got here? Rob Palahniuk, Managing Director and Chief Technology Architect, the DTCC, Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, which a lot of exchange-traded funds actually, or ETFs, get listed on prior to going live, which is very, very cool. Cool photo. Thank you, XRP Crow, for this one. But we have, of course, 9 companies to hold XRP on their treasury, which is nice. And newest company, Reliance Global Group, that is bullish. Dennis Porter, thank you for this one. New academic research, 75% of Bitcoin goes over $1.1 million US by 2028. This is an interesting chart right here. Let's have a look right now. I can't even see this. Oof, 2036, 1.67 million. That is wild to see that. Let's have a look here. 2027, 0.29. We've got 75%, 1.16 million. 2028, there you go. And it's just going to continue going higher. I just can't wait for XRP to hit the ETF market. Bitcoin average monthly gain in Q4 of the year. Normally it's been very, very bullish. So we had October, we had 20%, November 46%, December 5th, 5%. Bringing this chart up right here again, it's pretty hard to see, but we're already sitting at 8.34% for October. It's going to be a nice Christmas. Yes, thank you, Coin Bureau, for this. Again, this is what alerted me to the 1 billion XRP accumulated, 900 million, which is huge accumulation phase. Reese, thank you for this one. But big news, Ripple is expanding into the Kingdom of Bahrain. Great Formula One race, by the way, in Bahrain. Through our partnership with FinTech Bay, we will drive adoption and education around blockchain, as well as support pilot projects across Bahrain's digital asset ecosystem. This move builds on Ripple's growing presence in the Middle East and paves the way for us offering our products to institutions in Bahrain in due course, which is nice. See these periods when to make money. I mean, I've been seeing this for years, but 2026, 23 going up to 2026. So it's definitely, go time in that respect. 2032 pulling back a little bit. 2035. I mean, this is going astronomical right here. So I've been seeing this for years on social media. BlackRock just bought 3,450 Bitcoin today. They're currently holding 802,200 Bitcoin, which is wild. They're buying it up big time. President Trump's ETF coin, Trump coin, is getting an ETF listed on DTCC, which is amazing. So President Trump's meme coin is going live on Wall Street. Unbelievable to see that. This is the news in India, and I was speaking to a colleague today about this, but this is not an ad for gold. It's how much gold you can get with 1 Bitcoin. So for those out there buying up lots and lots of gold, it's very cumbersome, so you need a place to store it. You need a vault, and it costs you money to store. Getting rid of it's quite hard, especially if you've got a 1 kilo bar of gold. It's going to be pretty hard to move around, and it's very, very heavy. It's absolutely true. Now, I've got this video from Gordon. Have a listen to this. This is hilarious. 2017 altcoin season. It's got a whip. 2025 altcoin season. I think he's about to break his screen right there. James Seifert, Bitwise Invest files for an updated on this Solana ETF to include staking in the name, which provides the fee. The fee will be 0.2 basis points, which is nice, or 0.20%. Scrolling down, let's have a look here. Securitize and Ripple, which is amazing, bringing crypto mainstream. Behemoths BlackRock and Vanguard announced plans to tokenize money market funds through Securitize. Fund holders will be able to redeem fund assets for RLUSD, that is Ripple's stablecoin. which is amazing. It's time to tokenize the world. That is unbelievable. Banking, bonds, currency markets, the entire financial landscape is evolving. Yes, it is. This is from Ripple 17 hours ago. Blockchain is a powerful engine that creates groundbreaking opportunities for global businesses, and it's true. I don't know if anyone's using their crypto debit card at the moment, but things are getting pretty crazy with that. You can just use that. Banks non-existent anymore. We've got Germany keeping a very close eye on XRP, that's for sure.
Warteschlange, aber der Oktober dürfte da dann auch entscheidungsfindend sein.
I can't speak German, by the way.
Könnte das möglicherweise durch den Shutdown andere Verzögerungen mit sich bringen?
Könnte sein, aber wir werden sehen, wie sich das auswirkt. Am Freitag der kommenden Woche wäre eine Deadline, die ausläuft, und möglicherweise starten die dann Montag der übernächsten Woche. Also von daher ist es mit dem Spot XRP ETF gar nicht so weit hin. Also wir haben wirklich mit dem Oktober einen entscheidenden Oktober, und wir hatten eben auch gesagt, dass Ripple die Banklizenz beantragt, und auch da gibt es einen Entscheid, der voraussichtlich für Ende des Monats zu erwarten ist. Also das könnte ein wirklich interessanter Monat werden für Ripple Labs und XRP. Was unser Chart angeht, sind hier Lower Highs mal umgekehrt und Lower Lows. Also wir haben hier, ich sag mal, eine Bewegung nach unten. Das ist jetzt nicht schlimm, weil am Ende des Tages richtet sich alles ein bisschen nach der Bewegung des Bitcoins. Aber man sieht ganz klar, um hier eine Bewegung nach oben hinzubekommen, müssten die Lows rausgenommen werden. Ja, und es müsste.
Okay, so we know for a fact that Germany sold their Bitcoin at $54,000 US. So, I mean, them selling virtually more than half, 60% under the value of what it is today. That's got to hurt. But who knows? Maybe they're buying up XRP. I'm just saying. Having a look at this, there are more crypto millionaires recorded this year. 70,000 new crypto millionaires. Have a listen on CNBC.
Crypto billion. Well, the rise in Bitcoin recently helped create another 70,000 crypto millionaires. That's just over the past year. There are now 240,000 people with crypto holdings worth $1 million or more. That's according to a new report from Henley and Partners and New World Wealth. There are 450 crypto centimillionaires. Those are folks with $100 million or more in crypto. And 36 crypto billionaires. The price of Bitcoin more than doubling, of course, over the past year. And the total market cap of all crypto has increased by over $2 trillion. So how much of that is going to be spent? Well, new research by a group of economists found that for every dollar gained in crypto wealth, crypto investors spend about 10 cents. So that would equate to about $200 billion in additional spending this year. Well, the rise in...
That's an interesting one right there, ladies. That's a very interesting statistic right there. So 70,000 new millionaires this year from crypto. That's nice to see that. Citibank says that Bitcoin and Ethereum will continue to outperform well through late 2026. Listen to this.
But our teams, so we're looking for continued follow through there. It kind of comes back to your discussion earlier on how to think about your alts in terms of gold and crypto. And I think your commentary is spot on there. I mean, I think we just have to allow that. You have a very aggressive momentum-driven equity market, and so I think people don't want to miss that. So you're looking for your hedging opportunity, and the way we see it, in addition to central bank buying, as you mentioned, I think that those two asset classes become hedges of choice as you're trying to navigate this ongoing strength, highly valued but momentum-driven equity market.
There you go. Definitely 2026 is going to be a wild year. We do have President Trump's ETF listed. Coin ETFs are listed on the DTCC. There you go. What else do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? We have the crypto millionaires on the rise. Listen to this.
Inflation because of the same reasons that gold is running higher, or because of the lighter regulatory touch, maybe all of those things?
All of those things combined with the fact that you've got this euphoria over AI that to the extent that crypto trades a bit like a speculative tech stock as opposed to a safe haven, that's going to run up as well. We're about to see a big run-up before a sell-off. Eventually, crypto, they feel there's going to be a cycle, but they feel...
I do believe, though, and I will say that I believe in the next, we've got about a 2 to 3 year window of opportunity and time before it starts to taper off a little bit. That's the truth of it all, and I think there's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity here to capture this ETF craze when everything sort of starts to calm down in the US government, so to speak. So we have Nate Garassi right here. 6 of the top ETF issuers still have no spot ETF presence. Vanguard, very anti-crypto, that's for sure. State Street, Schwab, JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon. I don't know. He just thinks thinks of crypto as a pet rock. I remember the interview he did in Switzerland, actually, on CNBC. He did say that. We have Bitwise not playing around either. Plans to charge 0.2% of their spot Solana ETF. Thought we'd see higher first. We need war to get this low. They probably figured it's not going to end up there anyway, so just do it now, which is nice. Low fees, have near perfect record right there. Let me just bring this open for you. Perfect record of attracting investors. So good sign of inflow potential. There you go. Very, very nice to see that. Let's have a listen to XRP and some XRP bullish news. Thank you, John Squire, for this.
Well, we had filed for Bitcoin before, and we do have crypto interests, and I'm an XRP enthusiast. And when I saw the opportunity to file and get it approved, and really not holding XRP itself, but holding the derivatives so that we could leverage it and give investors what they want. They clearly want some leverage. We got a great ticker, double XRP, XXRP, and it took off. It was a big hit immediately, right out the door.
And if you could put on a forecasting hat, as somebody who looks at the fund flows, looks at the industry, where do you think else in the crypto sphere is ripe for even more activity with regard to cryptocurrencies that's outside the realm of XRP, Ethereum, and of course Bitcoin?
Honestly, I think picking the next coin is harder than people need to catch the wave of what crypto and the blockchain is doing to business. This really is the internet in the 1990s. I think there's a sea change coming, and picking the companies that are going to use whatever cryptocurrency comes next is going to be the big trick and the trick to big wealth.
Do you think that there is going to be an ETF boom in companies in that ecosystem?
No question. All right.
Did you hear what he just said? President of Tushram Trading just said it himself. You've got to focus on, the utility, so to speak. It's just mind-blowing. Anyway, I think we've gone through absolutely everything on the news today, ladies and gents. I'll get to your questions now. Let me have a look here. What do we have? $500 million a day I would buy XRP. That'd be nice. But, I mean, you'd have to do something. You'd change the world with that kind of capital per day. Can't wait either, especially as I'm having to buy the dip. Yes, Dexter. But why will Bitcoin go to these prices? Because of massive institutional capital coming into the space, supply and demand. Let's have a look here. That's not the worst in that digital gold Pax G is clogging up my hot wallet. I don't know. I don't get involved with Pax G. Let's have a look. If Swift goes with Ethereum, everything is backwards. No, I don't believe so. I think Swift is doing their own thing, and Ripple is definitely providing a service that is far superior. And Ripple's well and truly ahead of Swift in this game, that's for sure. Swift using ETH is the same speed as Swift. Yes, I agree, Andres. It's been a long ride to get to this point. Things are looking a lot better now. Yes, it is, Jeffrey. Definitely is looking a hell of a lot better now compared to last year, early last year, which was just, I don't know, Gary Gensler was destroying crypto, that's for sure. It's a shame that a lot more didn't get into crypto back into 2015. Some of us did, yes. Well, my first crypto purchase was in 2016. Just having a look at Bitcoin's price back then. God, that was a long time ago. Now, let me have a look. Let's see what the price was back then. God, let's go all time. Computer's having a meltdown at the moment. Yeah, there you go. It was around about here. So 2016 is when I first got into Bitcoin, so to speak. I bought some Bitcoin back then in 2016, and the rest is history. What other questions we got? I remember when you could only buy $100 a day on Coinbase. Well, that's just changed. It's a shame that a lot more. Yes. Why do you think the market is going down? All the amazing news and still down. You can't think of anything right now as the price of today. Just don't think of it like that. There's still 100 ETFs to be approved. So there's a lot to go. Just think of long term. Long term. If you go to the XRP chart as an example, just so everyone understands what, you know, if you go to the last year, XRP is up 429%. 429% in all time. You know, 47,000%. People won't even believe you when you talk about that stuff. So you've got to look long term. In the last year, he's up 429%. I mean, coming to look at this November last year, it's just nuts to see what's happened with XRP. And of course, Bitcoin, the same thing. We broke all-time highs again a couple of days ago. Bring it on. How much Bitcoin did you get? Enough. And I will say, I did at one point lose my seed phrase for my wallet, and I actually found it, believe it or not, and I was a bit paranoid that, you know, it was going to be lost, but I did locate it. But I've got enough. You never disclose how much crypto you're holding, you know, in those cold storage wallets. That's for sure. You got to be very careful with that. Anyway, appreciate everyone, the 524 people that have joined me on the live stream tonight. If you haven't gone to register on my spot crypto exchange, go do that. Lowest trading fees on the planet. Go register KYC, very important. Set up your Octobots and get trading. And this whole time we've been on the live stream for the last 51 minutes, literally trading for me flat out, which is amazing. As you can see, the bots work non-stop. I'm just going to let them do their thing. This one's still, the BNB one's probably the best performing one, actually. So 4.6%. That's like in a week. You can imagine what this is going to be annualized. Crazy times we're all living in. Anyway, any questions, guys? Any questions, let me know. And if you need help or anything, just email me here at EarnKevInvest. My email's right there, guys. But anyway, thank you so much. I'm out of here. Got to get home, feed Gucci, and I'll speak to everyone tomorrow, being Friday, the 10th of October. Can you believe this year how fast it's gone? Anyway, stay bullish, guys. Thanks for joining me on the live stream. Any questions? And good luck to all of you. Make sure you have an espresso. If it's morning, wherever you are in the world, have a double shot espresso. Peace out, bulls. Take care of yourselves. Bye.